there. Hello, everybody. If there. Hello, everybody. To the 9 people in here. Welcome to our Sunday Night Livestream, where we just talk about stuff and you guys ask us questions and we answer them. So today it's been snowing on and off all day, but it's not going to stick.
Oh, woke up to having quite a bit of snow on the ground this morning.
Was there?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I got up after you. Didn't see it.
Everything was all covered.
Oh.
I would say there was probably about 3/4 of an inch.
Yep. Winter's definitely starting now.
Yeah.
We have everything we need for Thanksgiving. We went the other day and bought everything we need, all the food. So that's all set now. White Storm. Yep, the cats like to be on the counters and the table and the refrigerator and all over the place. So they like to be up high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you guys doing? What kind of week did you guys have? Because ours was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just stayed home. I was sick for some of it. Not too bad, but still my lungs are finally clear, I think, after being sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just counting bug or something you had.
Yeah, just a cold.
Yeah. Some type of bug of some sort anyway.
Yeah. And Gizzard is sleeping on top of the microwave. Always places they shouldn't be. Belfry Bat says, hello from sunshiny Arizona. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. And yeah, it's still daylight over there. Today it was pretty well cloudy and kept snowing on and off.
Yeah.
So no sun here today.
No. Been kind of nasty weather around here today, that's for sure.
Yeah, but not enough to go off the road or anything like that.
No.
Go in the ditch. And it's not sticking, so.
It will eventually, though.
Yeah.
Got a couple of windows open in the house.
Yeah, because he started using the wood stove yesterday. Belfry Bats, did you get any cool birthday gifts? There's only one that I know of from a friend, and she had to order it from Russia, so it's going to take months to get here.
Yeah, it's not here yet, so.
No, and I don't know what it is, so. But it sounds like it's going to be pretty cool. White Storm, what are you looking for? But on my birthday, we just had cake and ice cream. Hello, Katrina. How are you doing? We're just having White Storm looking for something on the counter, and it's been snowing on and off. That catches you up. And Don did start to winterize the camper. We just need the RV antifreeze so he can do the water system.
Yeah, I need to go and get that tomorrow.
Yeah. And then he has to borrow Troy's ladder so that he can get up on the roof, or not standing on the roof, but up to the top of the slide out to sweep the water off the top. Because when he puts the slide out in, all the water will go inside and fall on the floor and make a big mess.
Yeah.
So Katrina is doing well. We got snow all day, but nothing stuck. Yeah, same here. Hello, Katie Wood. Yep, White Storm's just sitting back there now.
Right there.
Yep. Yep, they sit wherever they want. They walk wherever they want because they're cats. Punk Skunk says, it's been so warm here in Prescott, Arizona, that we still have flies bugging all our farm animals. Well, we still have flies here, too. That's the funny thing. There's still a couple flies in the house we can't get with the fly swatter.
Yeah, I went outside this morning to smoke a cigarette, and there was snow all over the ground, and I seen a moth flying around.
Yeah, so.
I was like, what?
I think the bugs are confused because we had a warmer than normal fall, and they didn't leave or go hibernate or anything. And now the snow is hitting, and they're stuck.
I think the moth that I seen this morning had a jacket on.
The moth had a jacket on.
Yep, the moth had a jacket on.
Okay.
Don't want to go away.
Yeah.
I think I had a jacket on.
Yep. Sure.
Well, you don't believe my line of crap?
Nope.
No. Well, we're worth a try.
I don't think he could get his wings through the sleeves.
Maybe it was the vest.
Same thing though. Couldn't get his wings through the armholes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the 16th, Lindsay Schlack, did Don get you anything for your birthday? He made me cake. That's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kicked you in the ass. So there you go. That was
no, you made me a cake, and it was really good.
Yep.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is that on the 16th, the new washer and dryer gets delivered. And this is the 13th, so this is the 14th. This is the 14th. So that's the day after tomorrow. Tuesday. So that'll be good to have a dryer again and have a washer that works all the way through the cycle every single time, not just sometimes.
Yeah. I'm going to be lost. I'm not going to have a knob to turn and pull and push on and stuff like that. It's just one of the newer ones where you just toss the crap in. That's about sums it up. You know the molder washers, how you got to turn the dial and all that?
I don't know if this one has the knob or has knobs or buttons. I thought it had knobs. So you'd still have to do that. Katrina asked if we're ready for Thanksgiving. Yes. We went to the store, 2-3 days ago, finished buying everything we need.
Yeah.
We'd have a turkey breast. We didn't do the whole turkey. We just did the breast.
Yeah.
And we didn't buy cranberry sauce because we don't like it.
No, wouldn't we usually do cranberry sauce? We usually take a little bit each, and then the rest end up going to waste.
Yeah.
So.
And croissants, mashed potatoes. He'll make gravy, stuffing, yams, corn.
Yeah, and some corn. And just a pumpkin
pie
and
with
Cool Whip. And that's about all we're having. But it's just us, so it's not like we need a huge meal anyway.
That's plenty. Belfry Bats, how are the new glasses working out? Have you run into any walls like the glasses lady said you would? They're doing good, and I definitely didn't run into any walls.
I never heard
nobody
like that before.
I've had glasses since I was 6, and nobody ever told me that before. And nobody ever gave them to me and then told me to take them back off and put the old ones back on. All that did was make me dizzy. So as soon as we were out of Walmart, because we had to grab a couple things, I put them back on and threw the old ones in the garbage.
Yeah.
Katrina says, I got most of my stuff, but still got to get my turkey and a few other things. Yeah, this year I would hurry up and do that.
Yeah.
With all the shortages, and if they run out, they might not get any more.
Yeah, we got our turkey when it was on sale.
Yeah.
We got it for $1.49 a pound, which ain't bad.
Yep.
But I've seen a lot better deal than that before in the past. But with what's going on and everything, it's hard to say.
Yeah, I have a feeling this year things are going to sell out and they're not going to get any more in. Like everything else.
Yeah, because some stores have a hard time getting certain things in.
Katrina says, yeah, it's been nuts. Yeah. That's why I said, well, let's hurry up and get the rest of our Thanksgiving stuff now. And that was a few days ago. Rather than waiting until we go to Gaylord on the 17th for an eye appointment. By then, it could be gone.
Yeah.
So we paid a little more at Tom's Market, but it's better than not being able to get stuff.
Yeah. But it's still at $1.49. It still ain't too bad of a deal for the turkey, you know. But Tom's, they usually charge a little more for their stuff anyway.
Yeah, everything. Because they're a privately owned little tiny store in the middle of nowhere. They don't have any competition.
Yeah. That's why they get away with charging what they charge, because of not having competition.
Katrina says, I'm going Wednesday, so fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully there's still stuff left.
Yeah, at least you're trying to think about it, not trying to do it at the last minute.
Yeah, and we want to get a spiral cut honey ham from Meyer for Christmas. We had one last year and it was really good.
Yeah.
And as soon as they get them in, we're going to have to grab one, because even before this problem was going on, last year when we got ours, there were only 2 left in there. And there were people standing behind us. So we're like, holy shit, hurry up and grab a ham and run.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I don't know if they had more in the back, but I doubt it, because the thing was going empty.
Right.
The cooler they had them in.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to get that ham. Because if not, we'll be having venison neck roast.
Yuck. I mean, that's not yuck, but for Christmas, it's yuck.
Yeah. It's not, I don't consider that as Christmas. You know, it's like a holiday meal.
No.
But I'm just being sarcastic. Because we only got one left venison neck roast left from last year.
Yeah, because you gave one to your sister.
Yeah. Trying to get last year's venison harvest used up before we start replacing it with fresh.
Yeah. Yeah, because tomorrow's the first day of deer season. Katrina says, we're having my parents over and I'm making pumpkin pie and my late aunt's pistachio cake. That definitely sounds good. I like pistachios.
Especially pistachio. Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah. Belfry Bats, if you could have one of the Guardians of the Galaxy join you for Thanksgiving dinner, which one would you pick? Oh, what is his name? The raccoon. Is it Rocky? No, it's not.
I'm
crap.
not sure what the raccoon's name is.
I like the raccoon.
I'm not really sure, but that's definitely a good question, though.
What about you? What would your answer be?
I'm not really sure.
Rocket. Yeah, I was close. Bradley Cooper, the guy from The Hangover. Lindsay Sanford says, is Don going hunting tomorrow?
I wouldn't mind trying to get some time to put in at the deer blind tomorrow.
Yeah, because he has to get up to give the neighbor a ride to the Black River Party Store at 7:30 in the morning. I mean, the guy has to be there at 7:30. So after that, Don could go to the deer blind.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah. The deer blind is where the trail cam is. The deer blind is just out of the view of the trail cam. So that's where it goes on his family property.
Oh yeah.
They all the family does it there.
Yep. There's 2 deer blinds, but one of them is somebody else's deer blind. Doesn't belong to anyone that owns it. He lets that own the property, but
they have permission.
But we can use it if we really want to, as long as the person that owns it ain't using it, because they got permission to hunt on the property too.
Yeah.
So, but we usually share the deer blinds, so we usually try to take turns. Most of the time, it ends up being me out hunting most of the time.
Yeah.
Which I ain't complaining. I'll just put a little bit of food on the table.
Yeah. I don't know if brother Dave was going to hunt or not. Did you hear from him about it?
No, I didn't hear from him. Probably after this, after live stream, I'll probably get a hold of him and see if he's got plans on it or not.
Belfry Bats, is your mom still eating a vegan diet? Not really. I mean, she didn't want to go completely vegan or vegetarian anyway, but she wanted the Morningstar Farm stuff. And hello, Bob. so she could still have burgers and chicken nuggets and things. That's what I was doing too when I was eating right. It was one of the substitutions. But she still eats chicken breast and fish and eggs. So she wasn't going vegan anyway. It was vegetarian. But I found out when I got to the store what she meant by vegetarian food was just that Morningstar Farm stuff. So she didn't mean that she wanted to convert completely. White Storm.
He says it's tough being a cat.
Punk Skunk. Light Life Bacon is good. I haven't heard of that, but I do get my mom doesn't because she has to watch her salt, but I get the turkey bacon. I think that's pretty good. Katrina says, Morningstar Farms is so good. They have good breakfast sausage patties. Yes, they do. That's one of my favorites. I get the patties and the links and the chicken sandwiches, chicken patties for sandwiches, and the chicken nuggets and the burgers, the different kinds of burgers. The only thing I didn't like from them was the hot dogs. Those were not good. So I just don't need any hot dogs at all. Belfry Bats. Impossible Burgers and Beyond Beef are hard to tell apart from the flesh of murdered cows. Yeah, they have more calories. Like when the Whopper came out, I did a side-by-side comparison on calories and fat and all that. And the regular Whopper had less of all that than the Impossible one did. So I would hope by now they've done something to improve that, because that was like 3 years ago. And Lindsay Sanford says, I like your wallpaper. It reminds me of my great-grandma's house. Yeah, that's really old wallpaper.
Yeah.
We will eventually be putting drywall up there.
Yeah,
Katrina says,
that'll be getting ripped out.
Bob said, we appreciate you guys. Well, thank you. But yeah, if you like the wallpaper, savor it now, because it's not going to stay.
No.
Because the last thing we need to do with the kitchen is get a new that.
Yeah,
where the sink is, all the way across.
Yeah, the window's going to be getting changed.
Yeah.
All the
and
stuff
when all
on
that
the
gets
wall
done,
getting ripped
there's
out
going to be drywall put up.
Yeah.
Ugh. Katrina says Impossible Burgers bleed, which freaks me out. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess they really want to make it seem real. But yeah, excuse me. My mom and I both have to watch our weight and what we eat, and we're going to both do it the same way. So I'm the one who introduced her to the Morningstar Farm stuff a few years ago already. Lindsay says, I love my great grandma. The wallpaper brings back great memories.
Yeah.
Okay. Belfry Bats, have you ordered the charm bracelet from the Arm & Hammer kitty litter? No, I didn't know. We don't read the boxes. If it says something like that on there, we don't know.
I think I've seen something about it on there, but I never paid that close
we just use the litter. We don't read the box, but I can take a look.
Yeah, I never paid that close attention to it.
Yeah. Lindsay says, Steve would like to know, what are you drinking? Coffee.
Yeah,
With cream and sugar.
I'm drinking the same thing.
Yep. I know it's kind of late for coffee, but I wanted some. Now I'll toss and turn for the first 3 hours after I go to bed.
Yeah,
Does that happen to you?
not very often.
Huh. Belfry Bats, it's free and fun to collect the charms. All right, I'll definitely look at it after this then. Do you have to collect like something on the box? Like the charm bracelet is pretty cool. I have all the charms, Punk Skunk says. Yeah, all right, I'll definitely look at it and check it out then. But when I was a kid, I used to collect My Little Pony, and on the back of the card would be a horseshoe point, this little square thing with a horseshoe, and you cut it out. And after you collected so many of them, and if you paid shipping, which wasn't much back then, then you could send off for ponies that you couldn't buy in the store. So I'll find out when I look at the box if it's like that for the kitty litter charm bracelet. Lindsay says, are you guys planning to get a dog anytime? Not right now. Maybe someday, not right now. So we're happy with our cats. I think we're becoming cat people. So besides taking care of the camper, what do you plan on doing this week?
Taking camper and hunting.
Oh, just hunting? Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. Got to feed something between the lookers. As long as they don't stand there and look at me again like that one did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here in Michigan, there won't be any school tomorrow because it's the first day of deer season.
Yeah.
They want to make sure the kids can go hunting with their fathers or mothers or grandpas or uncles or whatever they're doing.
Yeah, too many kids don't show up to school because of it.
Yeah, so they just, ever since we were, probably before we were born, they were just canceling school on the first day of deer season.
Yeah.
Belfry Bats, did you watch the video of the guy farting in the food speaker at Walmart yet? No, I haven't come across it, but I'm sure I can find it.
That reminds me of that one time at the Salvation Army when I farted. Didn't need a loudspeaker.
Yeah. And there was a woman we were in the clothes aisle, the clothes area, and there was a woman right next, and the next one over. And he kept doing that, so I moved to a completely different part of the store.
Oh, it was one really loud rip.
Yeah, because I didn't want that old woman to think it was me.
And I was like, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Where everybody through the whole store, I know, heard
Yeah,
that fart, and then I come out with
Sheboygan
that.
Salvation Army is not a big store.
No. I knew everybody in the whole store heard that.
Yeah, he's so proud of that. That was 2015. He's been telling that story all this time.
Yeah. Surprised I didn't crap myself because it was such a big rip.
Okay.
I blew the roof off that mother.
Sure.
Oh,
Is that why they had to remodel it?
Maybe. Maybe somebody lit a match.
Yeah, you farted the walls off and stuff, so they had to remodel.
Yeah.
Punk Skunk says, "We are cat people too. My friend Connie tried to convince me for years, and we finally figured it out. And they don't fart like dogs or Walmart shoppers. Yeah, but cats do fart, especially when White Storm was a kitten. Every time I picked him up, he'd fart. They can fart." Lindsay says, "We live in Michigan, and my kids have school tomorrow." That's weird.
Yeah. I know here, I know
Maybe
they
it's
don't.
are you way downstate? Maybe it's just up north here.
Maybe.
Because the people from downstate come up here to hunt. All the hunting's up here.
Yeah, where we live, it's more country than anything. Where we live.
Yeah. But they call it St. Antlers Day.
I know the Idaho school usually closes.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to their website to see if it says if they are or not. Lindsay says, "Steve wants to know if you had to wipe after your farting accident." And it wasn't an accident. He was doing that on purpose.
Yeah, I did that one on purpose, but I did think I was going to have to go and check my pants for herpes squirts or chunkies.
Guys and their fart talk.
Oh, yeah. Seriously, when I let that one rip, I'm surprised I didn't crap myself.
Oh, boy. Huh. The website for the school doesn't even want to come up. The last I knew, they do. Let me check Roger City. If I can see their school website. Because Roger City is the one I actually graduated from, even though it should have been over here in Onaway. Because we moved for my senior year. So then I ended up going to a school for only 1 year, and I didn't know anybody. I guess this doesn't say anything either. Oh, here, a calendar. Yeah, right here. November 15th, no school, opening day. Right down there. If that's clear. Probably not. Well, anyway. Belfry Bat says, "Have you heard the song Cat Scratch Fever by Michigan rocker Ted Nugent?" Yes, a million times.
I heard it.
And there's a deer skull in Tom's Market in Onaway that has been signed by Ted Nugent. So we know, I've known about him since I was a little kid.
Oh, so have I.
Yeah. So,
any of you guys going out hunting tomorrow? Rifle season?
That I kind of doubt, especially since some of them are not from Michigan.
It don't matter.
Is it hunting first day of hunting season for all of the U.S. tomorrow? Then
I don't know.
Punk Skunk says, "Do you like clam chowder? Campbell's brand of the New England clam chowder has been out of stock for months. Stresses me out." Kind of.
I don't mind it.
I could take it or leave it.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I know last time we was at the grocery store here in town, they had it.
Yeah. But that would be a long drive for a can of soup.
Yeah, it would be. But yeah, the nearest grocery store to us has they got it in stock. You go to, we're just having a hard time getting it in.
Yeah, I've had a clam chowder a couple times, and I didn't I didn't hate it, but I didn't want to run out to the store, hurry up and buy more either.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'll eat it if it's there.
Yeah. Katie Wood, my husband usually hunts, not this year because we are busy moving to the Great North. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then she says, good luck tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So say thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully I'll get a nice deer tomorrow, I'm hoping. Got to leave the mom and the mom to the 2 fawns alone, though.
Yeah. Belfry Bat says, would you rather have... Where'd it go? Oh, okay. Say it again then, and then I'll read it. But you said, would we rather have Ted Nugent or ICP or Bob Seger, a bunch of people. Alice Cooper was born here. You didn't put him on the list. And that's the one I'd rather, that would be my pick. I used to listen to ICP in my early 20s, or throughout my 20s, basically. I don't hate him now, but I always listen to other things. Same thing, like I used to be addicted to the band Him with Villa Vallo. I even got the heartogram tattooed on my leg. That was 2006. And now I don't give a crap. I don't care if I play them again or not. Because after a while you get tired of the same old thing. And they broke up. I mean, that has nothing to do with it, but there won't be anything new from them. But my taste in music change all the time. But there's still a couple things that I stay with. I don't like gangster rap. I don't like polka. And I don't like cheering my beer wah wah country. When it comes to country, I like stuff like the country rock crossover or Mumford & Sons or the Dead South, stuff like that. So those things I'm picky about. The only polka I can handle is when Weird Al does it because it's funny. But real true polka, I don't want to hear that. And they have the Nautical Festival in Roger City every year with a beer tent. And the only thing anybody ever plays in there for the live music is polka.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Need something different than that. Okay. Take two. Would you rather have Michigan rocker Ted Nugent, Kid Rock, Eminem, Bob Seger, or Insane Clown Posse for a roommate for 3 months? You don't get to pick Alice Cooper. He lives in Arizona now. I don't know. Maybe Kid Rock. I mean, I wouldn't want Ted Nugent as a roommate because all he talks about is politics, and that drives me nuts. I don't know that much about Eminem or Bob Seger, and then ICP would just spray pop on me all the time. So spray me with Faygo all the time. So probably Kid Rock. Yeah, Katie says Kid Rock.
You know, he's original. They're all Michiganders. So.
They are, yeah. Kid Rock has a party house or something in Petoskey, or second home or whatever.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's true. And one of his videos was filmed in Petoskey. Like the one scene where he was on 31 and he drove under that walkway
Yeah.
by the lake there. Belfry Bats, favorite red pop. Woot woot. Yeah, that's all right. It's kind of sweet. I like the cream soda the most. That's pretty good, especially if make a cream soda float.
Well, I like the red pop, and the red pop ain't too bad, but I like root beer too.
Yeah, but I completely quit pop a while back, which I've done. When I was losing all that weight in 2014, I didn't drink pop for a year. So I know I can keep it for good because pop, whether it's diet or not, has a big hand in keeping you fat. Because the real stuff is full of sugar and the diet stuff is full of chemicals and crap. So I just don't drink pop at all. It's just been water and coffee. Punk Skunk. Me and hubby, Belfry Bats, dressed as ICP one year for Halloween. Yeah, that'd be funny. My brother dressed as Shaggy 2 Dope for Halloween one year, a long, long time ago. He was still in high school. I used to have a picture, but all my pictures got thrown away in 2001. So my physical pictures. So all my photos from 2001 back are gone. That's one of my biggest disappointments in life. That somebody went through and threw away everything I owned. But that's what happens with divorces. Hi, Jen. How are you doing? Nice that you dropped by in here. We're just talking about whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not much going on.
Nope.
Besides, if I get a deer, Janelle's dragging out where it's at.
I'm doing what?
If I get a deer, you'll be dragging it out from where it's at.
No, you can do that.
Oh no.
Katrina says, Bob and I sat in a booth in front of Ted Nugent and his wife in a Mexican restaurant in Waco, Texas. Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've never met him or seen him or anything.
Another way.
Punk Skunk. We also dressed as H1N1 swine flu one year and got sick right afterward. Well, that's ironic. Weird.
Yeah.
Don't dress up as COVID. You wouldn't want to dress up as dysentery or anything like that either.
Dress up as a booger, you'll be fine.
No. Katrina says it was a month before we moved back home, so that seemed really ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen anybody famous just out and about anywhere. I've seen them at concerts and after the concerts and stuff, but not like in a restaurant or in the store or walking down the street. Jen says, I'm good. Yeah, I know I'm late as always. How are you guys doing? We're doing good. And Belfry says, who would win in a fight, Don or your photo destroying ex-husband? Well, for one thing, it wasn't my ex-husband who did that. It was the woman who said I could store my stuff with her after the divorce and I had nowhere to go. She went through the stuff, kept what she wanted, and then threw the rest out to the garbage truck without me knowing it. All gone. But that ex-husband, Don, would definitely win because that ex-husband is a pussy.
Well, like I say, you are what you eat.
He doesn't, though. That's the one who lied to me. And I found out after it was too late that he was gay, which I have nothing against that, but don't lie to me about it and don't marry me and all that and pretend like you're straight. That's very wrong. So, But it also proved how young and dumb and naive I was when I was I was 20 when I met that guy. So inexperienced, I couldn't recognize what he was or couldn't figure out that he was lying to me all the time. So that's fun.
Fun.
Yeah, to be lied to all the time.
Why is that fun?
I'm being sarcastic. It's not. Punk Skunk says, with age comes wisdom for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it does.
I look back at a lot of crap I fell for and stuff when I was young, and I was like, well, and I always think, what the hell was wrong with you?
Yeah. Well, like the saying goes, gray hair is all the pearls of wisdom.
Yeah, well, I started getting gray at 17. It doesn't count.
That don't count.
I was plenty stupid at 17. Katrina says, have you ever heard of Nugent Hardware? No. Where's that at?
No, I never heard of it either.
I mean, I can find out, I suppose. Benzonia. Does it really have anything to do with him? It just says it's an Ace Hardware. Nugent Ace Hardware. There's photos here, but it doesn't imply anything. It's just hardware stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just looks like it's just the name. I don't know. I could be wrong, though. I'm not there. Katrina says, we drove past it once, LOL. Okay. Yeah, it probably doesn't have anything to do with him. It's just a coincidence.
Probably. With a quinky dink.
Not sure if it's related, but interesting. Yeah, that would be interesting. I'll have to get you guys a photo and put it on our Instagram of that deer skull in Tom's Market by the service desk that's autographed by Ted Nugent. I don't know if that means he was at Tom's Market at some point or if the owner got it signed somewhere else and then brought it to the store.
I don't know
probably
the full
latter.
Story. Yeah, I don't know the full story behind it, but
yeah. I'm just looking at some photos of Tom's here. They are not, there's pictures of the owner's taxidermy, but not of that skull. Stop it. White Storm was attacking the kitchen chair. Belfry Bats, is that PB Cocoa Planet cereal any good? Yeah, that was really good. It tasted just like the Reese's stuff. It's a Reese's knockoff. But it tastes, I've had both. It tasted the same. It's good. They had that on clearance at Tom's, so Don brought some home.
Yeah, it was on clearance, so
yeah.
There was like 2 flavors on clearance, so I grabbed both flavors. So
yeah, and that's the store brand, but it's the same as the Reese's Puffs. No, never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Who's that? Belfry wants to know, have you ever toured the Kellogg's factory in Battle Creek? No. I don't know if we ever will, because I grew up here, and I always try to avoid the cities at all cost because the traffic is scary. But I don't know. That doesn't mean we won't ever. Maybe in the future. Katrina says he was a guy back in the 60s in Detroit, and he hosted scary movies. This guy, right? Because I typed it in as I was sitting here. I have never seen it, but he looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Never seen it either, but
yeah. Belfry says, I did in first grade. It stinks to high heaven. Well, then maybe we don't want to. Why does cereal stink when they make it? What about it makes it stink? That's kind of gross. Katrina says, yep, Bob loved him when he was a kid. Maybe I can find on YouTube or something. Find him on there or something. I'll check after we're done doing this. Apparently, this is supposed to be him without all that stuff on. From what I see here. Punk Skunk, you mentioned you had leg cramps the other night. Try 50 drops of eucalyptus oil in a small eyedropper bottle of carrier oil, like grapeseed oil, instant relief. Apply directly to cramp area. All right, I need to get that stuff, but if it works, that'd be good. So thanks.
Yeah.
I haven't had any cramps in about a week because I've been forcing myself to drink tons and tons and tons of water. And the doctor said I was having cramps because I don't drink enough water. So that's what I've been doing. It has been helping. Katrina says, did you guys grow up with Canadian children's TV? No, we didn't I don't think he did at all. And I didn't start watching Canadian stuff until high school. We used to watch Road to Avonlea on CBC, I think it was, because my dad had a big 8-foot satellite dish, and he could pick up everything. And we watched stuff on there. And Punk Skunk says it totally works. All right, I can look into getting that stuff and trying it out. Hopefully I don't have any more, but if I do, if the water stops working, then I'll find that stuff.
Yeah, when we was growing up, we spent more time outdoors than indoors. Most of the time we got yelled at for being outdoors too much.
Yeah. So speaking of Michigan horror show hosts, who remembers Count Zapula? And he was also Deputy Don. I was a little kid. When I was a little kid, that's who was on. That was the local guy like that. Don Melvoin, his name was. They don't have anything like that on TV locally here anymore. They don't have those hosts like that anymore.
Not around here anyway.
No, I don't know if they make anything like that at all anymore. Anywhere. Yeah, that's not very clear, but that was him as Count Zapula. So Katrina says, Mr. Dress Up and Sesame Street and the Friendly Giant. Well, I watched Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers, Captain Kangaroo when I was tiny, and then there was a show called 321 Contact. And then in 1985, Dad got the big satellite dish, so I started watching things like Nickelodeon, and there was Pinwheel on there, and you can't do that on television, those kinds of things. And then I used to turn on the Disney Channel and watch Pooh's Corner and that Dumbo Circus. Both of them were live action of people dressed up as the characters. And I really liked it because I was only like 9 years old, but looking back on it, it was ridiculously silly, especially since Dumbo could talk.
Yeah.
Tang says 321 Contact was awesome. I still remember the theme song, LOL. Yeah, so do I. That's when they were I forgot about Svengoolie, yeah. But anyway, 321 Contact, that's when the shows were educational. Now they're just silly. But Belfry Bat says we watch Svengoolie every Saturday night on MeTV. He's a horror host from Chicago that's now nationwide. I think you can get it on Roku. We get it on the antenna.
Yeah, we get that.
Yeah, and we watch Svengoolie lots of times. I forgot about him.
Yeah, we get him on our local channel.
Yeah. But he's not Michigan local, but he's close.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have a Roku too, and I could probably get it on there, but we get it right over the TV antenna out in the yard. So I don't know why I forgot about him, because he's pretty funny.
Yeah, I totally forgot all about him too. Flipped my mind.
Yeah.
Probably because we don't watch him all the time.
Yeah, we don't watch it every Sunday.
No. But we still do watch it though.
Katrina says Count Zapula was Traverse City. That's probably why we didn't have it in Detroit. Yeah, he was very local. Traverse City is where our local TV stations come from, and it's only 2 hours from here. But I didn't know how far the show got played, so I guess not to Detroit. Lindsay says, what did you have for dinner? Chicken thighs with stuffing in them, mashed potatoes, and green beans. And we got done like 10 minutes before we had to start the live stream. So
yeah,
that was cutting it close.
Yeah.
Katrina says we had Count Scary. Haven't heard of that one. But I know that apparently Elvira used to be one of them.
Yeah, I remember watching Bozo the Clown.
Oh.
I remember that one. From when we was kids.
Yeah. And then there was a local horror show. I mean, not terrible, but around here called Tales from the Dark Side. Every episode was different. It was really good. Lindsay says she had burritos. Count Scary and the Ghoul. Oh, no, the Ghoul was something different. Count Scary and then the Ghoul, right? But I don't know how far of a reach Tales from the Dark Side had, but they had some really good stories on there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just Michigan or if it was all over. I'm going to try to find that out right now. Like there was this one episode where Grandpa wouldn't die. He died, but he wouldn't die, and he was rotten and falling apart. So the family waited until he came down to dinner, and they put a bunch of pepper in his napkin so that when he he took it and he went to get ready for dinner, all the pepper went in his face, and he sneezed his nose off. And then he says, "Oh, I think I'll go lay down now," meaning that he's going to go die. And then the last thing you see is his gross nose with all the veins and crap all hanging out of it, laying on a napkin on the dinner table. And then the show's over.
Yeah.
But I'll find out here. Yeah, this doesn't say anything about Tales from the Dark Side being from any particular where, so it probably wasn't just here. No, it must not be if Arizona saw it, because Punk Skunk said loved Tales from the Dark Side, and that's the best episode. His nose fell off. Yep. And Katrina says Yeah, Count Scary and the Ghoul were different. Okay. Another episode of Tales from the Dark Side that affected me forever and ever and ever is that one with the girl up in her room, and this monster comes out of the closet and goes under the bed, and she goes to get into bed, and he grabs her by the feet from under the bed with his nasty white clawed hand and makes her fall, and then she dies. But ever since then, when I get into bed, there's a split second where I think about that scene and I have to hurry up and get my feet up onto the bed. That's terrible that affected me that way forever. And Katrina says yes, but didn't. I should see if that's streaming somewhere because it would be cool to rewatch all that again. Katrina, I still think about that too. Yeah, that was and they were evil to make that episode because that sticks in everybody's head forever. So far, I'm not seeing anything about it streaming anywhere. Okay. Not for free. It's on Hulu, but you have to have the premium subscription. And then you can rent it on Amazon or YouTube or Google Play or Vudu or Apple TV. You can watch it, yeah, but don't expect it to be free. And from $2.99, that means $2.99 an episode. So that would be kind of expensive.
Yeah.
If we ever find it on DVD, like the box set or something, if that exists, then we'll grab that. Then we don't have to worry about it.
Nope. Then you own it.
Yep. Because it's worth watching again.
Yeah.
And year round too, not just Halloween. You can watch that whenever you want. But yeah. When I talk a lot, it makes me want to cough again. The only thing about that cold that lasted was phlegm in my lungs. It's pretty much gone now, though. Belfry Bats, did you used to watch The Scariest Places on Earth hosted by the exorcist Linda Blair? No, and I have never heard of it.
I've heard of it, but never watched it.
Something we could try to find. Punk Skunk. And the episode where they were cooking visitors for dinner in the hot tub. Didn't that have meatloaf? Was that show, or was that Tales from the Crypt? Maybe Tales from the Crypt. They were cooking the singer Meatloaf. I know there was something like that where they cooked and ate him, which is not the first time that happened because they cooked him and ate him on the Rocky Horror Picture Show too. It's hard to look up Meatloaf because when you just look up Meatloaf, you get literally Meatloaf.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the singer and the actor. Yeah. Let's see what one that was where they ate him. He's been in a lot of stuff. This is a big list to go back on. Well, All right, it was Tales from the Crypt. Katrina says that she remembers that. So I don't remember that one because it's a different show. But I want to find a way to rewatch them again. Because that was a long time ago. Smokey. Oh, and there's Kylo. There's Kylo. Yeah, Smokey's a good boy. He's been, now that he's getting older, he's getting more cuddly instead of running around and tearing things up. Because he's 3 now. Did it take you to 3 years old to outgrow your kitten stuff? Seems like it. But the youngest cat here is White Storm. And he doesn't act very kitteny anymore. Not like tearing things up and jumping on the other cats and stuff. He was doing that for a while, but I think he's outgrowing it too now.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Belfry Bats, have you ever seen a coyote walking around your property like he owns the place? Kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
I missed it. I didn't get out the door in time, but Don says one, last summer?
Yeah, it was last
Ran
summer.
right through our yard in the middle of the day.
It was more like a medium run twice.
Yeah.
On separate days, but
Over
probably within the week.
You said it was over by the shed, right?
It was over on the front of the property where we put that no parking sign. It was over
yeah.
by there.
Yeah, so they've been in the yard.
Yeah.
Katrina said MTV had this show called Fear, I think, and it was where all the different families and friends went into haunted places with cameras and did challenges. I loved it. I think I've heard of it, but I never actually turned it on when it was on. I don't know why not. I just didn't. Probably because I was too busy watching stuff like Viva La Bam. That's what I was watching around that time. Punk Skunk. Speaking of food, did you ever eat Morton's brand honey buns for breakfast? I used to love them, but don't know if they still hold up. Circus peanuts do not hold up as an adult. No, circus peanuts have to be 100% fresh and really soft. If you get those old hard ones, they're no good. And I've had a lot of different kinds of honey buns, and I didn't pay attention to who made them, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Katrina says, I watched that too, meaning Viva La Bam. Yeah, that's before everything went bad with Bam and before Ryan died and all that. Things were better for all of them, it seemed like. Except Steve-O. I mean, I don't think he was even on that. And if he was, it was just as a guest star. But that around that time was when, before the intervention of Steve-O.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Viva La Bam was brand new on MTV. I don't remember if he ever showed up on that or not.
I don't know.
Katrina, Steve-O is doing super well now. Yeah, I know, and that's good. But like I said, that was from the time before his intervention, and he wasn't doing good at all. So every time I do run across him somewhere online or on anything, I'm always impressed by how healthy and normal he looks. So that's good. And I guess they're working on another Jackass movie, but I don't know how that's going to go after all these years.
Yeah, I heard you say.
Yeah, everybody's so much older than they used to be. Don't know if they should be doing that kind of stuff anymore.
Yeah, some of that stuff they do is pretty crazy.
Yeah. Thing is called Jackass Forever. And apparently PETA doesn't like it. Because I saw an article yesterday about how PETA doesn't like Clifford the Big Red Dog, and they don't like the new Jackass movie. So good for them. So we did cut open that watermelon yesterday, and it's good. It's ripe. So, Belfry, since you like Little House, do you also like the Waltons? It was a show from the 70s where the whole family says goodnight to each other for like an hour and a half. Yes.
Yeah.
When I was at home, we used to watch that all the time because it was rerunning on satellite, and it's on MeTV. And Don has some of the seasons on DVD, but he needs the rest.
Yeah, we got here 2 or 3 seasons of that already.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly how many that was. Here 2 or 3. I'm wanting to say.
Yep.
I never seen past season 3, so.
Huh.
At least I don't think it was past season 3. I never seen.
That is one of the ones he wants to. Well, we both do. We want to complete the collection on DVD that we have.
Yeah.
We have some, but not all.
Yep. Yeah, like there's a few different ones where we started the collection of the seasons and just they haven't made it all the way through. Finish up the completing the seasons yet.
Yeah. Oh. Katrina, the Wiltons, LOL. Night Don Boy, LOL. Okay. Don Boy.
Don Boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Call
I
it the
don't
Wiltons instead of the Waltons, and then say goodnight, Don Boy.
All right. Good morning.
Nobody says that.
Nope.
Nobody says good morning on there.
No. On there they don't.
No.
I'll say good night.
Yep.
Oh, good night. Blah 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 blah. 10 years later, by the time you make it through the names.
Well, it's because there were so many kids.
Yeah.
Punk Skunk says, LOL, Katrina. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. Not that big of a difference in the spelling, really.
No. And then Don has Roots on DVD.
Yeah.
And that was from the late 70s.
I can't remember when it was from.
And it has Ralph Wait, however that's pronounced.
Got O.J. Simpson in it.
Yeah, but that was the father from the Waltons, and he played a bad guy, and that was weird.
Yeah, that was.
Belfry Bats, how about 8 is enough? When it was on, I watched it a few times, but it's been a long time, and I can't remember much about it. We don't have that on DVD. Katrina says thanks. Yeah, that was a funny joke. That was a good one.
Yeah.
But we have Gilligan's Island, all of that, because there was like 3 seasons of that in the first place.
Yeah.
And some of Sanford and Son. And we need All in the Family. We don't have any of that yet.
No. We got some of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, and you have some MASH.
Yeah, we got a little bit of MASH, but I don't think it's like all there.
No.
So
Yeah, the more I talk, the more my body says, hey, I want to cough now. But a lot of people, they make jokes about DVDs. They're like, oh, do you remember DVDs? You remember these things? Like they're 8-track tapes or something. Well, they still sell them, and we still collect them, and we buy Blu-rays too. They aren't that old yet.
No. We got a couple of DVDs.
A couple of DVDs.
Yeah.
Right.
We got a couple.
Oh, sure. I can find out just how much. Because I had to make a spreadsheet. Smokey must have a hairball. He's right behind you.
Hacking up a hairball there, Smokey.
But yeah, if I can find where I put the thing. I made it so when we're in the store, I can look at this spreadsheet thing and search by title and everything and make sure we're not buying the same DVD twice because we've done that before. Numbers. It's in there, isn't it? Yes. So there is all the way down to the bottom. Crap. This one doesn't show the number. But there was, what was it, 900 some or 500? No.
With 400.
When I look at it on the computer, there's a number next to each title. I think it was
497.
497?
That's what I'm wanting to say. 497 is what I'm wanting to say.
But yeah, that's the beginning of it. I put the title and whether it's a DVD or a Blu-ray and whether it's, or what year it's from. So that way, when we're looking through movies in the store and we see one we want, I can look it up real quick and see if we already bought it or not. Because 2 or 3 times that happened before and we didn't realize we bought it already, so we ended up with 2 copies.
Yeah, we got some copies to get rid of now as is.
Yeah. So that way we don't buy things we don't need to buy because we already have them.
Yeah, I think it's 497 is what I'm wanting to say is what we got.
Yeah.
For DVDs and
yeah. When
stuff.
I look at it on the MacBook Air, it shows the numbers beside each title, and it doesn't on the phone. But that sounds familiar. I think that was right. So pretty much 500 DVDs. Punk Skunk says, I love how you got 666 subscribers on Halloween. I know. That's why I had to take a screen cap and post that. I thought it was really ironic that we hit that number on Halloween. And then it went down some. And then it went back up again. And now it's slightly past it again, but that's how it goes. But on Halloween itself, it hit 666, so I had to hurry up and grab a screen cap of that. Don't get new subscribers very often.
No.
It's going to take a long time yet to get to 1,000. Unless you guys know of people who might want to watch our channel. I share it everywhere I possibly can think of to share it every video, every time. But we're not blowing up or anything. Belfry says, your laundromat looks nice and clean. When our dryer bit the dust, we had to go to our laundromat, and it's a total dump. Well, it was clean. It was clean, but when you walk in, it smells like musty.
It smells like an old building.
Yeah.
But that's because it is an old building.
So. It's one of the buildings that was built at the end of the 1800s when the town was founded. So
yeah,
that's why it smells funny.
Yeah, it was building from the late 1800s. So
yeah,
you know, it's gonna smell old just because it is old. So
yeah, it's been a laundromat for a long time too, and it kind of smelled a little bit too, like when people have left their wet laundry in the washing machine for days at a time, and they've done it over and over, and the washing machine permanently smells that way, that mildewy, musty smell. I'm thinking maybe that was coming from the older dryer, the older washers they had, not the new ones we use, but the ones on the other side that all set out of order. They looked really old, and they were the ones that probably smell like that. But
yeah,
day after tomorrow, our new washer and dryer is being delivered, so that'll be good. Oh, did you want to do fix the floor back there at all?
Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow.
You better. You're running out of time.
I ain't got to do nothing.
Yeah, there's a door back there, and the door was leaky, so the floor is a little soft. He'll have to fix it by the door there.
Yeah. Hey, guess what?
What?
I'm out of coffee.
Go get some more.
Go and get some more.
Yeah.
I think we only got like one K-cup left or something like that.
That's okay. Use it. But didn't you say there was some still in the camper?
And I went out and looked. There's only 2 of them in there, and they got brought in.
Oh, okay. Well, that just means we need to go to the store and get some more coffee, some more K-cups. And Belfry asked, does Onaway have a public library? Yes, they do.
Yeah, it's in the old Onaway Courthouse.
Yes.
And the old Onaway Courthouse has a museum on the upper floors, too.
Yes. The old Onaway Courthouse is the library in the back. Somewhere in there is the Chamber of Commerce. And then upstairs in the old courtroom is a museum. And if you watch a lot of our 4th of July videos, part of them was us going through that museum. So it is on our channel. But what?
You drink flat cup of coffee.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Make some normal coffee then.
Too late. I ain't making none of that.
Here. I don't know how to get these pictures big on here. On Google. Here, let me save it. And then go into my photos. And there we go. This is the Onaway Courthouse. So up here is the museum. And I guess in the front part is the Chamber of Commerce. And then in the back around this way, you park in the back. The library is back there. So, yes. We do have a public library, and it's in a pretty cool building. Katrina says she loves libraries. I do too. Until they started running out of the books I was reading.
Yeah.
Not running out, but they didn't own them. I got so far into the series, and then they didn't own the rest. So I just started buying all of them. And Punk Skunk says it looks cool. And so did Belfry Bats, too. Yes, it's a really cool old building, and believe it or not, they wanted to tear that down.
Yep.
That had to be stopped.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that.
Yeah, they wanted to tear it down.
Yep.
So luckily it's all been fixed, that they put an elevator in there for handicap accessible and everything else.
Yeah, and it's got over 100-year-old time capsule built right into the building, too.
Yeah. Katrina says, who's that author again? It's Aaron Hunter. It's the Warriors books. Yes, I'm still working on reading those. I've slowed down quite a bit. I need to kick myself in the butt and get them finished. Because I started buying them all. Because the library, even on their e-library, they didn't have them all. But this is the first one. So if anybody's interested, go to the library or whatever and get this. It's called Into the Wild. This is the first one. Read it. If you don't like it, don't read anymore. If you do, keep going. And yes, they're very good books, especially if you like cats. And then Punk Skunk says, "How's Spotted Leaf doing? I miss my tortie cat. Why don't you go get her?" She's always sleeping in between the stereo and the speaker.
Yeah, top of the dresser.
Yeah. But speaking of Spotted Leaf, White Storm, Gray Stripe, that's the cat who lives with my mom now. Oh, they were all named after cats in the Warriors books. And they're actually one word. The names are one word. And if you decide to read the books, even the first book, you'll understand why they're one word. A lot of people separate them. Like they make comments and stuff and like that. But they go like this. Like that. And if you decide to read that first book, then you'll understand why they're like that. There is actually a reason. But yes, they're really good books. Aw. She's moody. Sometimes she wants to be all over us. Other times she just wants to go to sleep and be by herself.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they call tortitude. But Kylo back there, he was named after Star Wars because I was watching all the Star Wars movies. Gizzard is named after what? Named after the nickname my brother and I gave our cousin when she was like 4. I was just feeling silly when we got him. And Don named Smokey because he's gray. Yeah, you're a good girl. Punk Skunk. As I was typing it, I thought it was one word, LOL. It is, but I also know that autocorrect is going to hurry up and grab onto that most of the time and separate it on people. So even if they know it's one word, autocorrect is going to say, "Oh, no, you don't." So you have to watch close, proofread it before you post it. Right?
Good. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Where are you going to go? Oh, back to her dresser?
Probably.
But yeah, she's very, very tiny. Not unhealthy skinny. Just a small cat.
He weighed what, 8 pounds?
7 or 8 pounds,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, like 7.5, 8 pounds, something like that.
Yeah.
And
She's
took her
just
into the
little.
vet.
Susan Moss. I recently retired from the Kalamazoo Public Library and ordered many, many copies of the Warrior series. Very popular series. Yes, it is. And they keep talking about making a movie, but they've been talking about it for years. But it would be really cool if they did. And they did a really good job. Like, I don't know if any of you watched that Watership Down thing on Netflix a couple years ago, but everything was real and the rabbits were computer generated, but they looked real. So if they did that with the movie, everything is real and the cats look real too, then I think it would be good. Because they would look it would look kind of crappy if it was just some goofy animated like thing like the 2D cartoons are lately. Katrina says she's a beautiful baby. Yeah.
Sometimes she's full of piss and vinegar.
Yeah. Oh, now she's like, "You can't stop petting me. You can't.
Well, she's more like a girl's cat than anything.
Yeah. Punk Skunk. Spider Leaf is so sweet and dainty. Yeah, she is.
Well, she takes women more than she does men, though.
Well, she likes you too, though.
Yeah, but she, I don't
As
know
me,
what
she
it is.
follows around, though.
She takes more to the women, though. She prefers to get the attention from the men, but she'll go to a guy to get attention too. But she prefers women attention for some odd reason.
Punk Skunk. Damn, it separated my words again. Yeah, that autocorrect is going to do that. Every time I have to type them, I have to pause for a second, take that space out of there before I hit post or send or anything. Because it always does that to me too. Now, if I had started reading this series earlier when we got Gizzard as a little kitten, his name would be Firestar. That's the one who was on the cover of that book I showed you, and he was for the first part of it, he is the main person, the main cat. But he definitely looks like Gizzard. But that's okay, because we're not changing Gizzard's name. He knows his name, and that's his name now. Just like Spotted Leaf. We did rename her when we got her. And it only took her like 3 days to learn her name. So she's a smart cat. Yeah, once you get her going on getting petted, she does not want you to stop.
Oh, stretch, long stretch.
There you go. Yeah, she's a good girl. She's the only girl. Belfry Bats, do you have to drive all the way to Detroit to see rock and roll concerts? 99% of the time, yes, we do. Sometimes there's some in Saginaw, and sometimes they have them at the machine shop in Flint. But all those places are pretty far. Saginaw is 3 hours. Flint is a little further. There used to be a venue in Traverse City, which is 2 hours away, called Streeters. But they went out of business and somebody turned it into a church. So now the closest place would be the Dow Event Center in Saginaw. And then after that, it's the machine shop, which I love to go to the machine shop, but I don't know what's going on with them now with the COVID stuff. Of course, they had to shut down like everybody else. But I don't know. I'm going to check now, see if they're even having shows anymore right now. I hope they don't go out of business, because that would be terrible. Oh, come on. Here. Okay. Well, they have shows on here. And it looks like most of them are sold out except the cover people. Blackstone Cherry, that's sold out. Some of these people I haven't heard of. Colt Ford, that's country, that's sold out. Texas Hippie Coalition. They do have country sometimes. Well, there's quite a bit of country on here right now. Before the pandemic, they had all kinds of really good bands. Big bands that would normally wouldn't go to somewhere so small because they're a really good venue. Says they're going to have the crash test dummies on March 1st. I don't know. Whoa, don't make noise. I don't know who of all has heard of them, but they're from the 90s. Alfred Bat says, what's the best concert t-shirt you own? Probably the one from Orgy that's all signed, that I got signed in 2013 or something when I met them outside the machine shop in Flint on their bus. It was a VIP meet and greet thing. I've never worn it because I know if you wash it, those signatures over time will come out. Punk Skunk. I made a quilt out of Belfry Bats' old punk t-shirts. Yeah, somebody told me I should do that with the ones I've got because I have been saving up all my concert shirts. I've got a bunch. Most don't fit right now except the Orgy one. That's a 3X, but like I said, I won't wear that because I've seen it happen. If you wear them and you wash them, it isn't going to take long before those signatures are gone. So that's put away. But yeah, with the stress of the world today, I could use a show at the machine shop. It's just a small place, but big famous bands play. And the trick is to, when you get in there, get there really early so you're standing there first or almost first in line. Stand there all day. I've done it. Doesn't matter. And then when you get in, after they scan your ticket, don't go left to the bar. Go right straight to the stage. And there's a chain, a solid hard chain that divides the people from the stage. Get to the center of that chain and stay there. Then you've got front row center the whole time. And you don't have to worry about drinks anyway, because the bartender girl will come out and ask you if you want anything and bring it to you. So don't go run into the bar. Run up front so you get your spot. And luckily it's just a small place, so you're not running across a stadium or anything like that. But in order to do that, you have to get there early. Like, I've gone there 6 hours early before and just stood there by the door, waiting, making sure I could get to the front. And Punk Skunk says, do you guys remember any of your dreams, or do you just sleep peacefully? Yeah, I remember my dreams most of the time. They're nothing that matters, just a bunch of weird, goofy stuff. Not horror, not nightmares, just whatever, goofy stuff. What about you?
When I dream, it's usually maybe something silly here and there, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I don't even remember them.
Yeah. I usually remember them, but it's nothing that mattered.
I always say it's your subconscious talking to you. That's what I've always said.
Yeah, well, my subconscious must be pretty weird, because sometimes when we binge watch Little House on the Prairie before we go to sleep, I'll dream about being there in Walnut Grove with those people all night long.
Well, you're not normal to begin with, so that's
what I mean by really weird dreams.
You're not normal to begin with, so that suits you real well.
Yeah. Sometimes it depends on what I watch before I go to sleep. hopefully when when the world goes back to normal more, we'll be able to go to the machine shop soon. Soon after that, I mean, not soon to now. Because I do miss standing there right in front of the band with the music, with the bass and everything just vibrating through my chest and everything. And I can feel my clothes vibrating. It's like a good stress reliever. I used to film the shows and put them on here on the YouTube channel, but I deleted everything and I don't do that anymore. Katrina, have you checked out Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell yet? No. I don't know if I've heard of that either. If you mentioned it before, I don't remember. Let me see here. Is it this thing? Because it says Coast to Coast AM. Stuff about a miracle cloth falling from the sky. And what? A doorbell camera catching a UFO. Punk Skunk. We're going to sign off soon, so good chatting with you tonight. Yeah, we're probably not going to go a whole lot longer. So have a good night. Maybe a few more minutes.
Good for you.
UFOs and mysticism, paranormal nexus. Okay, it's a show, it says. No, I didn't hear about it before, but we can check it out. Looks interesting. Katrina says, Art Bell is dead now, but you can listen to a bunch of episodes on YouTube. All right, I'll look for it.
Uh-oh. There goes trouble. He's back.
Yep.
All right, come on.
Yep. You're cute. Oh, and for those of you who saw yesterday's video about Kylo and his watermelon, after we made the video, we killed Kylo's buddy. We cut the watermelon in half and ate some of it. But as you can see back there, he doesn't care anyway. He's fine.
Yeah, it ended up being right. So.
Yeah. Katrina says, really interesting from ghosts to UFOs to cryptids to other dimensions. Yeah, I'll check it out. But we've been going for an hour and 40 minutes. That's a little longer than normal. So I think we're going to go ahead and sign off and end it. But thank you to everybody who came. And hope you all have a good night. Say good night, Spotted Leaf. But you say good night.
Good morning.
Yep, and
Spotted Leaf waving goodbye.
Yep, good night, Katrina, and good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
We'll let you know. Watch our community tab or our social media for when we are or are not going to go live. That helps people out some. But have a good night. Bye.